what's up, Amiga Ambassadors? I'm heading over to Brian's right now to pick up the J Minor Memorial Library. So we'll get over to the house. I brought this cam right here, so as long as Brian's cool with me filming, which I'm sure he will be, we'll show you guys me picking it up. All right, so we'll head over there and pick up this absolutely legendary Grail of a memorial library for J Minor, and we'll get to the house safely and we'll check out and see what's in these boxes. Okay, I'm gonna hit the door now. Let's go. Keep the address out of the video. Roll to Brian's door. We'll knock on Brian's door.
Mr. Calistini.
I'm filming, is that alright? I'll cut you out though. I'm just gonna film the pickup part.
Why you gotta cut me out?
I don't have to then. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good.
Alright.
Yeah. So, this is my house.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah. So the
Very
stuff
big.
is over here. There's
Ginormous.
It's only 2,000 square feet. So.
It's a good layout though. Huh?
Yeah. There's only 9 boxes.
Oh, this is your bat cave?
This is
Yeah.
Jeannie's bat cave. Mine's
Okay.
over there.
There's how many of these?
9.
Holy gee, many Christmases.
And they're all heavy, and they're pretty much all labeled.
Okay.
You know, so you've got your car out there. Okay.
Yeah, she has to put the front seats down and we'll...
Okay. All right. So we'll start doing it.
Oh, they're not bad though.
No, they're not bad.
They're old guy weighted.
Yes.
They're old guy weighted. You don't have a little dog? Can I leave that open or no?
No, you can leave it open.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the freaking car says it's gonna take 25 minutes and it only took like 5 minutes.
Oh, well, yeah.
You need me to undo the
No, here, I'll just put this in the middle.
Oh, looks like you're recycling.
Yeah. You know, I don't have to even put the seats. I think they'll all fit this right here.
Yeah, they should be. Should be able to.
I'm not going very far, so.
Yeah. Let's see here. I should get that one. That was really light for some reason. I don't know why.
Here, you can put another one on here if you want.
Okay.
There we go. Alright guys, so 9 boxes. And they're all in these nice boxes, huh?
Alright. One more.
Alright.
We'll walk out.
Alright guys. One more after this. I think we'll be alright.
Cool. Alright. Well, and
That's crazy. All this stuff used to belong to J Minor, huh? Isn't that wild?
yeah, what they did was everybody who wrote something sent him a copy.
Okay.
So I think in there somewhere is like an Oracle database for an Amiga 2000.
Yeah. Oh, wow, that's crazy.
And I mean, big name companies.
Yeah.
Huge. But there appears to be some documentation that was his too.
And then when I was reading too, I guess so his daughter and her husband, his son-in-law, is the one that reached out to you guys, to our club, to have it put on display, huh?
Right. Right.
Very
Because
cool.
they didn't want to throw it away.
Yeah.
And they didn't have any idea what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, they had an idea. But,
Yeah.
Steve would talk about it, but they didn't really use it. So, and it's all in new shape.
Yeah, very cool. All right, we'll have a video up here probably
All right.
before the sun goes down. Yo, what's up, Amiga Ambassadors? Check it out. We finally got it here to the house. We head over to Brian's. We're now home. We're the next day. Little boing ball action. Let's jump in over here and check out this amazing J Minor's personal collection known as the J Minor's Memorial Library. Let's jump in. Let's check it out. All right, here we go. Here's the boxes here. There's a total of 8 boxes. We thought there was 9, but the 9th box happened to not be Jay's. So we'll be taking that box back over to Brian's house. We have the video and paint, utilities, 3 boxes of games over here, productivity, programming, authoring, language arts, systems, presentation, and whatnot. And this is the complete J Minor Memorial Library. So let's jump in and check out some boxes. All right, guys, we'll start in here with the video paint box here. We'll get this one set up for us, and we will dive right in. All right, so here we go. We'll have to go kind of slow because definitely don't want to damage anything in the process of doing this. Let me glove up real quick. All right, we're gonna glove up real fast, guys. Let me get this last one on here, and then we'll jump right in here. All right, first thing out of the gate, we're doing this sideways, hoping to give you guys a better viewing angle here. So, all right, first thing out of the gate here, better get my glasses as well. We're not gonna be able to go too far without being able to see. All right, first thing out of the box here, guys, we have the Performance A1291 SCSI Kit Serial 2 by GVP. So, pretty cool, complete in box. All right, so that's the first item. All right, next thing out of the gate here, something brand new in the box. We got a Page Flipper, copy of Page Flipper Plus FX, brand new in the box. There'll be a small pause in between these guys so I can put everything back correctly in here. All right, we got Deluxe Paint 2, demo copy, not for resale. So that's really nice, guys. Nice little demo copy. All right, and we got DigiPaint 3. Nice little copy of that, upside down, DigiPaint 3. All right, we got another new one in here. Page Render 3D, stereo 3D support. That's another awesome one. Cool little book here. Sculpt 3D, the OG with the original disc back here as well. So very, very nice, guys, huh? Sculpt 3D. There's some, check those out. So we got Sculpt 3D in there. Analytic Art. Not really sure what this is. It says an artistic accomplice for the Amiga. There's some discs in here as well, some personal stuff of Jay's. There's the Analytic Art disc with his handwriting on it. Pretty freaking amazing, right? So there's that awesome book and software. Then we have DPaint 3 in here, complete as well. The discs are inside of here. So we got some DPaint 3. And we got the original Deluxe Paint. Pretty nice. So we got Deluxe Paint. We got Video Deluxe. That's a big fat boy right there. Let's carefully open this up so you guys can see the inside. We got the original discs in here as well with it, so on and so forth. Very freaking nice. And that is Deluxe Video. All right. We got Deluxe Video 3 in here as well. Complete in box. Very nice. All right. Next up out of this here, I'm not sure what is even here. It does say cable pack. And this one is written out to Jan Zacharias, Programming Department, Access Sacramento. So let me go sideways on this real quick here and we'll see what we have in here really fast. It looks like we have a bunch of books or magazines in here. So let me show you guys. I think the box is just being used for storage here. So let's man, I'm not sure what this is. It's like a big printout. Oh, I see what it is. All right, this will show off on a later date since it's pretty extensive. It's like it's just a copy of a book, some kind of book or something in here. So that's pretty cool. Let me get this stuff nicely packed back in here and we'll move on to the next box. Oh, forgot this item here out of this one, guys. This is 2J Minor here. As you guys can see, J Minor 109 on its Avenue, Mountain View, California. And it's from Tim Martin from Sid. Looks like this was sent in 1992. So, pretty cool. All right, we'll jump in the next box. I got everything packed away nice. All right, we're making dents over here. Next one is the utility box. This one says utilities, so we'll check it out. All right, let's go. Let's open up another J minor box here and see what we got. Bam, look at that box of goodness. We got antivirus in here with the OG discs. I think this is a non-release, I'm not sure, but the disc looks kind of crazy. I'll have to check out the disc at some point, but here's the information for virus, antivirus, Delaware Incorporated. Cool little pamphlet type thing. All right, brand new in the box. Amiga Transformer for using popular IBM PC software. So here's that bad boy here. Run these popular programs developed for IBM PC on your Amiga. All right, another thing we got in here is Super Bench. Oh, Supple Bench. Got Jay's name on there, J minor. Premier software, user-friendly Amiga public domain software program. So looks like we have some discs in here. Nice little letter. Not even sure what's in this letter. Let's look in this one. Again, I'm not going to sit here and go through all of them, guys. So it looks like the share bench discs are in this one. So pretty nice. Pretty nice. Carefully put that back in there. All right, let's keep on rolling. All right, we got Fred the Fish collection on CD-ROM, August 1992. The definitive collection of Freddy the Fish. So that's pretty cool. A couple more discs in here. Let's see what we got. More Fred Fish and some more Fred Fish. So pretty cool. All right, we're gonna have to be careful here. So this is I've already peeked in this one because I wanted to see what this magazine was. So let me be real careful with these magazines. So I'll take them out one by one so we can set them over here so they don't get messed up. But this is volume 1, issue number 2 of SACC's Amiga magazine. And this is like the original ones, like I said. See how big they are compared to the ones we usually look at over here? And those things are in frosty shape. We do actually have issue 1 of 1 here. So this is the very first issue of SACC Amiga. And the rest of these magazines in this box here are also SACC, which is the first year, the full run of the first year, and all pretty minty shape here. So let me pull these out of the way really quick. And there you guys go. And I can feel all the discs. They came with a disc, they're in there, but they're in just frosty shape right here, guys. This is, like I said, issue number 4 here. And this is the remainder here of the years of that first run of SACC's. So first run, a little bit of mix of both, I think, volume 1 and volume 2. All right, so here we go. AmiBack hard disk backup scheduling utility. Look at that, huh? The Moonlighter box. So that's pretty neat. Let's keep it rolling. Now you don't see one of these. You see a lot of copies of this, but I never really see an actual copy of it. Here's an actual copy of X-Copy. So that is pretty cool, right? A little close up there for you guys of the original X-Copy box. That's pretty nice. Keep it moving. We got icon paint in here, 16 color icon design. Look at that. I cannot believe right now that we have J Minor's personal collection over here right now in the Amiga Ambassador HQ, guys. Elaine Performer works with Deluxe Paint, DigiPaint, a presentation system that puts your Amiga imaginary right away. So that's pretty cool, man, for imagery software and stuff. All right, let's jump in here and see what we got in this little one here. The Beachcomber's Guide to W Shell, the Amiga Command Shell book. Pretty cool. All right, next up here we have InfoMinder, Byte by Byte. I'm not sure what this is. InfoMinder is an intelligent information resource, provides users with instantaneous access to reference information. So that's pretty neat. Never seen that before. All right, we got the quarterback tool in here, guys. Maximize the speed and reliability of your Amiga disks and floppy drives. So that's pretty cool. All right, let me bend these over so they don't fall on each other here. All right, next up, guys, we got Amiga Enhancer software, Amiga DOS version 3.1. So that's pretty neat. And we got Directory Opus in here. Check this out, right? Release number 2, I think. Runs on any Amiga with 1 meg of memory. So there she is, guys. Nice little directory tool, huh? Directory Opus. All right, we got Book Logic Works, digital logic design tools. So that's pretty nice. We got some of J Miner's personal notes and handwriting in here as well. So I think that is pretty neat, guys. All right, there's another little shot at someone's number in here. Not sure Larry Phillips is. So pretty neat, guys. A little bit of handwriting from the man himself, the father of the Amiga. All right, we got Super Back, last box in this one. This is the utilities box, Super Back backup utility for the Amiga. So that's the utility box. Let me get this stuff put away really nice here, and we'll jump into the next one. All right, everything's done there. We'll get this one out of the way, and we'll jump into the next one. All right, these 3 boxes here are games. So we're gonna stick with the programs and whatnot first, and then we'll jump into all the games and whatnot. And don't forget, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, guys. I jumped out of bed here. I could not sleep with excitement, wanting to get in here and get to this thing. So, all right, this one's the J Miner Memorial Software Library, Programming, Authoring, Languages, Authoring Systems, and Presentation Software. So that's what's in this box here. So we'll try to do our best to go slow and as carefully as we can. Looks like this came open real quick. Let me pause this real fast. All right, here we go. First thing out, Amiga Vision, the authoring system. So check this out, guys. I had to put the thing in here because a couple of these things that fell to the binder. So all the original discs back here. And here's the whole reference guide and stuff like that. The Reggie Miller. And there she is, Amiga Vision. All right, let's see what else we got in here. All right, another cool book, guys, using AREX on the Amiga. Do we have this one in the library already? I think we're using AMEX on the Amiga. Yeah, I think I already do. Let me go pull off my shelf real fast over here. Yeah, we sure do. And then here's my other copy right here. So we have doubles. Look at that. All right, so we have that one as well, complete. All right, let my OCD go away. All right, J Miner's name's right there, J Miner. So pretty nice, cool little book. Looks like we have something bookmarked over here. Let's see what he was bookmarking. Macro support, graphics, art department, professional, incorporated. So, hey, pretty neat, man. Using AREX. All right, next big box out of here. Looks like we have Max Compiler, software development series. That is very cool to have that. All right, next one up is Lint. Lint for the Amiga version number 215. There's the serial. So there's the Lint, guys, the Lint box. Probably saying it wrong. All right, let's see what this godly thing is in here. Ooh, Lattice C developer system. Look at that, man. Software design for Amiga DOS. So it's the Lattice developer system. Giant box. This thing was like 40 pounds. All right, let me get all this put away in here and we'll jump on to the next box. All right. Let's get to the next one here. And the next one we will do over here will be, I think those are all 3 games. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. I think this does have a little bit of games in it, but we'll go ahead and jump into it as well. All right, we're in box number 4 of 8, guys. Yeah, this one has some games and a bunch of books in it and stuff, so pretty awesome. All right, let's start with the books. Let me put this down here. All right, first book out of the gate, Amiga Basic. Pretty nice. I still can't believe we're freaking over here hanging out with me right now, guys, checking out J Miner's personal collection. Off his shelves in his office, this is his stuff. It's unbelievable. The Kickstart guide to the Amiga. So pretty nice. Got a few flyers in here as well and stuff. And a bunch of different things. So very cool little book there. All right, another book out of the gate. We got Printmaster Plus. We got what is that? Vorcone, user guide and reference, Impulse. I don't think I've ever heard of that, so pretty cool. All right, nice little book here on the Amiga 2000. Introduction to the Amiga 2000. We got Amiga 500. And we have an Amiga Basic book in here. So, pretty cool. All right, let's jump into these cool games in here, guys. And a couple other items in here as well. Oh, there's another book, guys. This one, Official Amiga DOS Companion for Amiga DOS. Oh, another book. 1001 Things to Do with Your Amiga. Check that out. Pretty cool little book, huh? All right, here we go. We're getting into games territory. All right, first one out of the gate, guys. We got Zork 2. Zork 2 complete in box here. Pretty nice. That's a little front manual on it. So we got some Zorkos. Some Zork. All right, Hunt for Red October. Another nice one. Complete in box. All right, this one is sealed, never open. We got Hard Ball by Accolade. It's actually a decent baseball game. All right, here we go. Another awesome one here, guys. Land of the Lounge Lizard. Leisure Suit Larry. That is freaking amazing. We got that. We got Battle Chest. Complete in box here as well. We got some Battle Chest. We got Antarctic Adventure. Check that out. That's pretty cool. And we got Bridge. It says bad disc right here, guys. Bridge 5.0 for the Amiga with a bad disc. And then here we go. Some of these awesome. I love these things. All right. Adventure construction set. So that is pretty cool. Check this out, right? An adventure construction set. Sealed unopened game called Fairy Tale, the Adventure Fairy Tale Micro Illusions Amiga version. So check that out, huh? Pretty neat. Sealed. All right, we got Borrowed Time from Activision. Another one of these album style games in here. Pretty neat. So Borrowed Time from Activision. Another copy of Fairy Tale in here, guys, but this one is open. So here's a nice little shot of the Fairy Tale game. This one's open. All right, we got 3 left in here. All right, the 7 Cities of Gold Ozarkscape. So that's pretty neat. Nice little, I don't know what do you call these. I just call them album style game boxes because they're just like, they remind me of a music album. And we got Infamous Sky Fox, which I just dropped the disc out of. So there's Sky Fox, guys, with the warranty card. Let me carefully put this back in here so I don't damage anything. And there we go, Sky Fox. And we'll get this box together. And we have 4 boxes left now. We're 16 minutes in. This is a long one. All right, we got this one all packed up. Let's jump over here to productivity. I'll pull out this productivity box if I can get a handle on it here. All right, productivity. And then we're down to only 4 left. So pretty awesome. All right, this one's productivity. I said that 5 times now, I think. J Minor, productivity, word processing, spreadsheets, database, and image-based stuff. So we got out of the gate a NAG Plus 3.1. We got this cool little thing here, Silver Fox software from Canva. Image Finder. This is kind of cool. Graphics Indexer, it says. This one's just cram-packed full of stuff. Analyze, an electronic spreadsheet for the Amiga. And so what I was told, I guess all this stuff was sent to Jay over time. You know, someone developed something or made something, they'd send him a copy of it. So this is where a lot of this stuff came from. I'm sure he bought some of this stuff as well, but for the majority of the stuff, it was all gifts from the community sent to him. So Home Office Suite transcript. Let's see what this box book is here. Ooh, look at that, man. Interactive Software Incorporated Calligraph Fonts, Novelty 2 discs. So that is really cool. Never seen that actually before. So that's pretty neat. Let's see what this box is here. City Desk, desktop publishing for the Amiga. That's pretty neat. All right, next up we got Ultra Card, multitasking information construction set. So that's pretty cool. All right, we got TextEd Plus for the Amiga. Includes ARP, Amiga DOS command replacement program. So that is pretty nice, huh? Got a nice little bunch of cards and stuff in here. So very cool. All right, it's kind of heavy. Right hand word processor from Byte by Byte. Pretty neat. All right, what do we got here? We got proper grammar. Check that out. I haven't seen that in freaking ages. We got proper grammar in here. Oh, flow. Let me grab these discs really quick and put these back. That way nothing gets... So we got flow user manual with the discs in there. We got Money Mentor. Check this out. Personal finance for the Amiga. This box is cool. Ooh, Bod Bandit, guys. Check that out. That's a pretty cool... I haven't ever seen the Bod Bandit box before. I definitely have the disc over my collection, but don't have the box. That's pretty neat, guys, to have that over here. Be able to see it. We got Altredes. I don't even know if I said that right. What is this here? It's like someone just put a giant coffee cup on there. Incognito software, it says. So, not really sure what this is. Oh, this airs game 7. So, there might, some says here for J minor. So, I'm not sure exactly what's on that disc. Maybe we can check it out one of these shows. Would be fun. And then we got the works. Everyone knows about the works. So, nice big box copy of the works. Let me get this one packed up and we'll jump on to the next one. All right, let's pull this next one. This one says J minor games WP 2.04 and astronomy on it. So we're down to 3 boxes left now. 3 boxes, guys. 3 boxes. All right, let's jump in, not waste no time. We got tax break, guys, trying to do them taxes out there. We got tax break in here. We got distant suns. This is a sorry guys, can't think right now. This is a astronomy program for checking out the stars and stuff like that. So pretty neat to have that over here. All right, let's see what we got here. This was a little dusty Sublogic. Nice little box of Sublogic stuff in here. AMS keyboard control. Gear up, gear down. Oh, so this is a flight sim here. This is Sublogic flight sim. That is pretty neat with all the flight maps and whatnot in there as well. We got NAG Plus 3.0 schedule assistant, which is pretty cool. And there's the Voyager space program. Check that out, huh? Voyager Dynamic Sky Simulator. So that is pretty cool. One I haven't seen really in the wild very much or in hand. Oh my God, this is so heavy. Using system software for the Amiga Complete, and that is absolutely 500 pounds right there. No joke. Looks like we have a couple little things. Oh, we got Hacker Complete, and we got Mind Shadow, an illustrated text adventure. So that is pretty awesome. Mind Shadow and the Hacker. Then you got a program in here called the Pen Pal. Here, let me move this over so it doesn't mess up. All right, we got a program in here. Pen Pal. And here's a few games back here, I think. All right, we got Archon. Archon by Ann Westfall and John Freeman and Paul Reich III. Light and the Dark. Again, I'm not sure exactly what this is or if it's a game. I think it might be, but check that out. Is that not the coolest thing ever? So there's the back. A board. There's a board. There's pieces. That's what it says there. So pretty neat. Looks interesting. All right. Unalived. Check that out. Unalived from Mindscape. Nice little book. That's pretty neat. We got Puppy Love. Puppy Love is one of the most innovative, intriguing, and fun computer games. Never heard of it, but there we go, guys. Puppy Love. And there's a book for Flight Simulator in here. Pretty neat. Check this out, dude. One-on-one freaking Julius Erving and Larry Bird. That is pretty neat. Check out that spread in there, huh? So that's a good one to have here. That's neat. We got Mean 18. One of the cool little golf games from back in the day. All right, let me get this one boxed up, guys. We're down to 2 boxes left. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're almost to the end here. What an amazing haul of stuff. All right, here we go. This is games. The last 2 boxes are games. So let's jump in here. We got the J Minor Memorial Software Library games. So let's check that out, huh? I know, I see you guys over there itching right now, like, oh, grab that. Oh, get that one. I know, I see it. I see you guys out there going a little crazy. All right, we'll start from the top up here, guys. All right, first up, we got Elvira from Accolade Games. Complete in box. Pretty nice. I remember playing the heck out of this, dude. Check this out, bro. This is a great game right here. If you haven't played this, do it. It's Les Marley in The Search for the King by Accolade. Enhanced 32. Pretty neat. It's a good game. If you haven't played this one, definitely try that. All right, next one up. I'll have to do a little bit of restoration on this, which I'm pretty good at, actually. So, all right, so we got Dungeon Masters in here, complete in box. Pretty neat. All right, here we go. We got Garrison from Rainbow Arts. So that's pretty neat. Complete game Garrison. Ooh, look at that, boys. Lear Suit Larry. Free inside a genuine Tacky Island postcard and a fabulous, fascinating, far out and colorful non-Tune It Tonight magazine. Amiga Computer, Lear Suit Larry. Check this out. Pretty awesome. Complete in box. All right, here's a sealed one, guys. Altered Destiny Accolade. free clue book, a $12 value from Accolade. Complete and sealed. All right. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? You guys see me open this a few times, actually. 2 times. So I have 2 copies of this. So that's pretty neat. Got some Accolade. Battlehawks 1942. I've never even seen this. It's from Lucasfilm, World War II Naval Air Combat Simulator. So that's pretty neat. Another one's going to need a little bit of some box love here. We got Deathbringer, free poster enclosed. So that's pretty cool. Got some Deathbringer. SimCity, check it out. From Borderline, you gotta love those. SimCity's a great game. And then check out this freaking Grail. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Says Jay's on there for the Amiga. Free poster inside. That is pretty cool. All right, let me get this put away, and we are on to the very last box. Let's go. Okay, guys, last and final box here. We're at the end now. What are we in for minutes-wise? 25 minutes in. It's going to be a 35-minute video. Nothing we can do about it. Here is an unreleased copy of Hero Quest in here. And we're going to take this out. I'm going to save this for another show. But there's some paperwork in here about the game and so on and so forth. So we'll definitely go through this Hero Quest at a different time. You know, I don't want to burn it all in this one video. I'll give you guys a little bit of fun. All right, we're going to take this out. This little thing came off when I looked at it yesterday. I found this in here. Check this out. Boing the Game. Dedicated to the authors of the original Boing demo, Sam Dicker, RJ Michael, and Del Luck. Written by Kevin Kelm and alternate realities production by Micro Momentum Incorporated. So where in the hell? I've never even seen this before. This is a freaking amazing big box copy. Look at that, huh? And this was on here like this. So just over time, you know, sticky kind of wears out. It says virus free, so on and so forth in here. But that is amazing. Boing the Game. Oh, we're screwing up my system over here, man. We're screwing it up. Almost knocked the camera over on us. Hold on a second, guys. All right, so let's keep it rolling. Look at that. We even got dust. Look at this. That's why I wear those gloves. We got some dust on here. We'll have to go through and make sure I clean all these really nice. We got Bloody Witch. Look at the cover on that. Isn't that cool? Complete in box here. Bloody Witch. Oh, we gotta make sure that little tab doesn't. I got some special glue I use for my discs when they get old and the sleeves start coming. All right, here we go. We got the original Pirates, guys. Sid Meier's Pirates. Check that out. Pretty cool. All right, another game coming out of here. Power of Babel. Commodore Amiga. Pretty cool. All right, another game. We got Starglider. Check that out. Starglider. Very cool. Starglider 2. Heatwave. Accolade. Little boat racing game. Check that out. My J Miner sure had some games, huh? All right, Eliminator. Look at that. Eliminator in the big box over here. We got Empire, man. Check this out. War of the Century. Version 2.04 for the Amiga. All right, fresh in the case. We ain't even opened this. Fresh. Strike Aces from Accolade, never opened before. Pretty neat. All right, we got Bubble Ghost from Accolade. That's pretty cool. A little Bubble Ghost action. All right, Telewar by Scott Lamb, 2-player over the phone or at home. Check this out. Pretty neat little packaging from back in the day, right? So we got a nice little game there. Temple of the Apshai Trilogy. A little more. I have to definitely do. These old boxes have this thing in here that will bend. These cardboard pieces will bend. So I'll put some heat on it and I'll restore this box. They won't even know that it was damaged when I'm done with it. So that is pretty good. All right, next one out of here, guys. We got expansion set number 1, Chaos Strikes Back. So that's a pretty cool one. Chaos Strikes Back. All right, we got some personal mags in here. This is the games. I'm not sure exactly. I've never really looked at these, but I think it covers just like a bunch of different, you know, card games and puzzles and different kinds of fun stuff. So if you're a puzzler and stuff like that, like Jay was, and you'll definitely enjoy those. All right, what do we got here? This little guy. Light Force, $30, it says. You've read enough back covers to know that nothing should be believed, it says right there. So there's Light Force, pretty neat little game. All right, we're down to 3 items left, guys. We got the Game of Harmony from Accolade. That's pretty cool. All right, 2 left, and we're at the end of it. All right, check this out. Quest Ron 2 by Strategic Similar SSI Fantasy Adventure Game. That's pretty neat. Actually, I haven't seen that one. All right, let's go here. What we got? Silent Service, the Submarine Simulator. And that is the very last of it. That's the end, man. This is the end here, guys. We did it. We unboxed everything. Took us 30 minutes, but we did pretty good. We got everything over here. I have to get everything put back underneath the table. Anyway, guys, appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. What a fantastic thing to be able to go pick up yesterday from Brian and to share with you guys the first ones ever to see the full library like this. You know, one by one. It was at one or two, I think, of our AmiWest shows back in the early 2000s. But at least here you got a little bit of a hands-on with me. And I have tons more stuff we'll show from here. Like I said, we got the Heroes Quest and a few other things. But I'll get this stuff put away. You guys have a fantastic Sunday out there, Amiga Ambassadors. And I'll catch you guys on next one. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Welcome, Amiga Ambassadors.